Hello there, and welcome to the Explainer. So, if you're learning English, you've probably noticed by now that we absolutely love to compare things. Today, we've got a wonderfully visual and beginner-friendly grammar lesson for you. I'm going to be speaking nice and slowly and very clearly so we can master this whole thing together. We're going to look at the exact rules for using comparative adjectives, and we're going to do it by taking a little virtual trip to the farmer's market. Let's get started. Picture this. We're strolling through the stalls of a local farmer's market. The sun is shining, and the tables are just completely covered in fresh produce. When you look at all these different fruits and vegetables, you naturally start making choices, right? You might want the biggest carrot, or maybe the sweetest fruit. Well, to express those everyday choices in English, we need to know exactly how to compare these items. And that is exactly what we're going to learn how to do right now, step by step. Here is our step-by-step roadmap for today. 1. Comparing at the market. 2. Rule 1, short words. 3, special spelling rules. 4, Rule 2, longer words. And 5, your turn to compare. Okay, Section 1, comparing at the market, setting the scene. I want you to look closely at the wonderful variety here. We've got bright orange carrots, deep red raspberries, shiny yellow tomatoes, and tons of leafy greens. Notice how the carrots are all different sizes. Some are long, some are really short. And check out those raspberries. They look incredibly fresh. If we want to tell a friend which vegetable we actually want to buy, we have to compare them. We basically need a way to say that one item has more of a certain quality than another item. Let's look at Section 2. Rule 1. Short words and adding er, than. Okay, let's really dive into this. When we're dealing with a short word, meaning a word that has just one or two sounds or syllables, we use a very specific yet super simple visual formula. You take your base word and you simply add the letters er to the very end of it. Then to complete the comparison, you just drop the word than right after it. Let's see this formula in action. Our base word here is fresh. Listen to that sound, fresh. That's one short, single sound. So we follow our rule. We take fresh, we add er to make it fresher, and we add than. Fresh-er, than. Fresher, than. It's literally a perfect logical equation. Right here, you can clearly see that direct transformation. We're going from a simple description, fresh, straight to a comparative word, fresher. You know, you'd use fresh to describe a single apple. But if you're holding two apples and one of them was picked just this morning, well, that apple is fresher. You see how that works. Moving on to Section 3, special spelling rules, the exceptions to know. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the spelling actually changes based on the letters at the very end of our short word. Our rule here is this. If a word ends in a vowel followed by a consonant, we absolutely must double that final consonant before we add the er. Just as a quick reminder, vowels are A, E, I, O, and U, and consonants are all the other letters. Let's slowly walk through these examples together. Look at the word big, B-I-G. The I is a vowel, and the G is a consonant. So, following our rule, we have to double that G. B-I-G-G-E-R. Bigger. The exact same thing happens with hot. H-O-T becomes H-O-T-T-E-R, hotter. And down at the bottom, we see another great example of adding er with sweeter than. Okay, here's our next exception. Sometimes our short word ends in the letter Y. When a word ends in Y, we drop the Y completely. We literally just throw it away. Then we change it to an I and finally add our er. Look at the word tasty. T-A-S-T-Y. Following our rule, we drop the Y and make it T-A-S-T-I-E-R. Tastier. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why we learn these rules in the first place. Listen to this beautiful, complete sentence. The raspberries at the farmer's market are tastier than the raspberries at Ocean Supermarket. Notice how tastier has that I-E-R spelling, and it's immediately followed by the word than. This is a completely perfect comparative sentence. This brings us to Section 4. Rule 2, longer words, using more than. Let's move on and see how this builds on what we just learned. For longer words, and by that I mean words that have 3 or more sounds or syllables, we just can't add er. Honestly, the word would become way too long and super difficult to even say out loud. So instead, we use the word more right before our long adjective, and then we add than after it. More plus your 3-syllable word plus than.
So, the crucial point here is that with these long words, we do not change the base word at all. We just pop the word more right in front of it. Let's slowly read through a few examples. Flavorful becomes more flavorful than. Colorful becomes more colorful than. Delicious becomes more delicious than. Expensive becomes more expensive than. And beautiful becomes more beautiful than. It's incredibly consistent once you get the hang of it.
Finally, Section 5. Your turn to compare. It's practice time. Take a look at this list of 11 different adjectives we've provided here. This list has a really great mix for you to work with. We've got short words like fresh, big, and sweet. We have words ending in Y, like tasty. And of course, we have those long, beautiful words like expensive, delicious, and flavorful. So here is my ultimate challenge to you. Can you write your own sentences comparing the farmer's market produce using these exact adjectives? Think all the way back to those bright carrots and sweet raspberries we looked at earlier. Are the carrots more colorful than the tomatoes? Are the raspberries sweeter than the apples? Take a moment, write down your sentences, and practice these 2 golden rules. Because language is really all about describing the amazing world around us. And now you have the exact tools you need to compare it. So what are you going to compare first?